Again, the purpose of the body scan is to pay attention to physical sensations that arise as we focus on the body, and to work with the notion of an anchor or place in the body where we can feel our attention and ground it. During this practice, thoughts and emotions will arise, and it's important to meet those thoughts and emotions with kindness and compassion, but at the same time, bringing our attention gently back to the body. Unpleasant sensations may occur during this practice. We don't want to focus on them, but neither do we want to avoid them. If something does arise at some point that's unpleasant, perhaps the sound of the tinnitus, try to be with it, however briefly. You may want to adjust your practice by opening your eyes, staring at the room around you, and focusing on other senses like touch. If that becomes too much, if you become uncomfortable or triggered, please feel free to discontinue the practice. So settling into some position that you find comfortable. It may be lying on the ground, it may be relaxing in the chair. Begin by noticing your contact with the ground or the chair, sensing the back of your body if you're on the ground, the calves and the back of the legs, the buttocks and the back. Notice what's touching the ground. Notice also what is not touching the ground, what is open and open to the air. What parts of the body are those? What do those feel like? Running your attention up and down, just noticing. Noticing the breath now. Feeling the belly rise and fall. Some place where you feel the attention strongly, where you feel the breath strongest. Maybe in the rising or falling of the belly. It may be in the chest as it expands and contracts. It might be in the air as it goes into and out of the nostrils. Noticing when the attention wanders off and bringing the attention back to the breath in the body. Now bringing your attention to some place in your body that feels either calm or open or at least neutral. Some place you can anchor your attention and breathe with ease into it. Maybe the feet, your hands, your belly, your chest. Someplace that naturally draws itself, your attention naturally falls to, that brings you some ease into the breath, and breathe into that. Breathing in, know that you're breathing in. Breathing out, that you're breathing out. What does that feel like to have that attention rest in that place? However briefly, our attention will no doubt wander off and we bring it back to the anchor. Now letting go of that part of your body wherever your attention was resting, and bring it back to the breath. Breathing in, know that you're breathing in. Breathing out, that you're breathing out. Feeling the body expand as you inhale. Feel as you release tension as you exhale. Noticing the sensation, the different sensations between the inhale and the exhale. Sensing the whole body breathing. So if the pores themselves were breathing in and breathing out. Now we want to take our attention, which has been spread out from our head to our toes, and narrow it down as if it were a spotlight, going to the feet. Noticing the location of the feet if you're lying down with the heels on the floor, toes pointed up, or if you're sitting, notice where the feet are making contact with the floor. They're flat or folded. Just settling your attention on the feet. Just noticing any sensation that's there. Any tingling or warmth, numbness or heat, cold, any fabric touching the skin. Noticing the toes and the ball of the foot, the arch in the heel, the ankle. Just focusing attention on the feet. Breathing in, breathing out. And then letting the feet drop off of your attention, and bringing the attention to the lower legs, to the shin and the calf muscle. You may even want to flex the calf a little bit to notice what that feels like, and then let it relax. Noticing the difference between the tension and the relaxation. And letting the lower legs drop off your attention, and bringing the attention to the knees. Sensing the back of the knee, sides and the front kneecap. Feeling if there's any fabric touching the knees. If you're on the ground, where they touch the ground. If you're seated, where the knees are located. And noticing when the attention, if it wanders off, noticing where it goes to. And if it's going someplace that's not comfortable, if you're noticing the tinnitus, notice what it's like. Notice the thought. Notice any emotion that arises with settling your attention on the sound. And become aware that those thoughts, and those emotions are a separate thing from the sound itself. And with that awareness, just bringing the attention back to the legs. To the thighs and the hamstring. And if they're on the chair, notice where they touch the chair. If you're on the ground, what does that sensation like? What's the pressure like in the lower legs? And just getting a sense of the legs as a whole. Breathing into the legs, feeling the breath go up the legs as you inhale, down the legs as you exhale. Noticing any sensations in the legs. And then bringing the attention, letting the legs drop off of your attention, out of your awareness, and bring attention to the belly. Feeling it rise with your inhale and collapse with your exhale. Feeling the chest expand as well and contract. Noticing also the pause in the breath. As you inhale, there's a pause. And as you exhale, there is a pause. Just following the cycle of breath. And bringing your attention to the back. Noticing if you're on the ground, where it's touching the ground and where it's off the ground, or if you're in the seat as well, where is it against the chair? Where is it not supported? Feeling into the back for any tightness, any soreness. Noticing the breath as it comes from behind, as the ribs expand behind. Bringing the attention up to the neck and shoulders. Noticing any tension there. Breathing in, breathing out. And taking the attention as if it were two separate forms, and bringing the attention down each arm, noticing the hands. If they're against the floor or on the chair in your lap, and noticing any sensations in the hands. Noticing the temperature or humidity of the room. Letting the hands drop and going up the forearms and the elbows, the shoulders. And breathing. Going up to the neck and the head, feeling the head against the floor or the chair, or just support it if it's straight up on its own volition. Sensing any tension in the face or the forehead. Just taking a moment and tuning in on the senses, even if your eyes are closed, the sense of sight, staring at a black eye, sense of touch as you notice the fingers touching each other, touching the ground. Maybe there's a smell, an aroma. Is there any taste in the mouth? Any lingering sensations there, the sense of taste? And the sense of sound. Lastly, we look at and paying attention again to any story we're telling ourselves about the sound of tinnitus, any story or thoughts that are arising, being aware that those are separate from the sound itself and things we're telling ourselves. And then we can let those go, just as we let any thought goes, and come back to the breath. Breathing in, know that you're breathing in. Breathing out, that you're breathing out. And then slowly just scanning the body down from the head to the neck, the shoulders, down the arms and the hands, the torso and the back, the buttocks, legs, upper legs, lower legs, and the feet. And coming back up the body at your own pace, scanning yourself. Settling the attention back on the belly. Breathing in, know that you're breathing in. Breathing out, that you're breathing out. Feeling the belly rise and fall. Noticing when the attention wanders off. Noticing where it goes and bringing it back to the breath. When you're ready, open your eyes and readjusting to your surroundings.